Hello everyone, welcome back to Pi News Media. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Pi network updates, ecosystem news and crypto analysis. Today we have a very important update from Pi network, and honestly, this may be one of the most interesting ecosystem developments we've seen in a long time. According to the latest announcement, Pi network has released a brand new Pi App Studio update that allows creators to transform AI-generated applications into fully functional Pi apps with built-in payments and identity verification. And perhaps the biggest part of this update is this: developers may now potentially reach over 60 million engaged pioneers directly through the Pi ecosystem. Now let's slow down for a moment and really think about what this could mean, because this update is not just about another app tool. This is about the intersection of AI, blockchain payments, identity systems, and ecosystem scalability, all inside one network. And that's why this announcement is getting so much attention. So let's break everything down carefully. First, let's talk about Pi App Studio itself. Pi App Studio is designed to help developers and creators build applications more easily within the Pi ecosystem. But this new update changes the conversation significantly because it introduces AI-generated app transformation. In simple terms, creators can potentially use AI tools to help generate applications and then directly integrate them into the Pi ecosystem as actual Pi apps. That lowers the barrier to entry dramatically. Why does that matter? Because one of the biggest problems in Web3 has always been developer accessibility. Traditional blockchain development can be extremely difficult, technical, and time-consuming. Many people have ideas, but they don't have the coding knowledge to build complete decentralized applications from scratch. AI changes that equation, and now Pi network appears to be positioning itself right at the center of that shift. Instead of requiring every creator to become an expert blockchain engineer, AI-assisted app creation could allow more people to participate in ecosystem development. And honestly, that's a very powerful idea. Now let's move to the second major part of this update: built-in payments and identity verification. This is where things become extremely interesting, because many AI tools today can generate applications quickly, but very few ecosystems combine AI-generated apps with integrated blockchain payments and verified identity systems. Pi network is attempting to connect all three: AI generation, digital payments, human verification. And if this system works effectively at scale, it could create a unique ecosystem model. Think about it this way: one of the biggest challenges facing AI platforms today is trust. How do you know whether users are real? How do you prevent bot abuse? How do you handle payments securely? How do creators monetize applications? Pi network has spent years building infrastructure around identity verification through KYC and ecosystem participation. Now we may be seeing how those systems could eventually connect to AI-driven applications. And honestly, this may explain why Pi network has focused so heavily on verified human participation for so many years. Because in the AI era, real human identity may become one of the most valuable digital assets in the world. Now let's talk about the number everyone is discussing. 60 million engaged pioneers. That's massive. Very few blockchain ecosystems can offer developers immediate access to a community of that size. And whether people love Pi network or criticize it, one thing is difficult to deny: the community scale is enormous. For developers, access matters, distribution matters, audience matters. If creators believe they can build applications and instantly access millions of ecosystem users, that becomes a major incentive to develop inside the platform. And this is where network effects begin to matter. More developers create more applications. More applications attract more users. More users increase ecosystem activity. And more activity strengthens the ecosystem itself. That shows successful digital platforms grow over time. Now, of course, we should also remain realistic. This update does not instantly guarantee mass adoption overnight. There are still many questions that remain unanswered. How powerful will these AI-generated apps actually be? Will developers fully embrace the platform? How smooth will the payment integration system become? Can the ecosystem scale efficiently as activity increases? These are all important questions. But regardless of those uncertainties, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Pi Network is trying to position itself for the next phase of Web3 development, and that next phase may involve AI much more deeply than many people expected. Now here's another important observation. For years, critics claimed Pi Network lacked utility. But updates like this show the core team continues, focusing heavily on ecosystem infrastructure, rather than just short-term hype. Wallet integrations. Mainnet migrations, KYC systems, app development tools, AI integrations. These are all infrastructure layers. And infrastructure is what long-term ecosystems are built on. Now whether Pi Network ultimately succeeds or not will still depend on execution, adoption, and developer participation. But the direction itself is becoming increasingly interesting, especially as the global tech industry moves deeper into AI-powered ecosystems. So in conclusion, this new Pi App Studio update may represent a much bigger shift than many people initially realized. Pi Network is not just talking about blockchain anymore. It's now moving toward AI-assisted app creation combined with payments, identity verification, and ecosystem distribution. And if developers begin building meaningful applications inside this ecosystem, the next phase of Pi Network could look very different from what we've seen so far. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think AI-generated apps could become a major breakthrough for Pi Network? And do you believe access to over 60 million engaged pioneers gives Pi a real ecosystem advantage? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with other pioneers around the world. Thank you for watching Panuz Media, and we'll see you in the next update.